Hi and welcome back to Kanji Master. The first kanji we're going to look at today is kanji for trip or travel. As you can hear, my housemate's still grinding away on his guitar out there. We're both working hard, so let's make the best of it. The onyon reading is ryo, like ryoko meaning travel, or ryoko gaisha meaning travel agent, which I'll show you how to draw shortly. The kunyon reading is tabi, which means trip. So let's have a look at how to draw this. You've got one, two. So break it down. We've got way on the left hand side, a gun, and then a kick. So maybe someone who really doesn't want to go traveling, the way to get them to go traveling, the only way, is to point a gun at them and kick them onto the plane. Imagine you have someone who hates flying, you know, and that'll work. So I'm going to redraw this again, so I can show you how to draw Ryoko Gaisha, combining 4 kanji that we know. Ryoko, okay. Ryoko Gaisha, travel agents. On to the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for public chamber or hall. The onyon reading is do, like shokudo, meaning cafeteria, which we'll show you how to draw in a second. To draw it, we've got, where are we at? We go. So this almost like a helmet sort of lid thing with 3 horns in it, so it's like a Viking. A mouth and soil. So to remember this one, it's going to be another magical one, like very similar to our a way to remember red with its magical gloves. This one, it's a magical Viking hat. If you imagine a Viking with 3 spikes on his head, he falls into a swamp or something, and then out of the swamp comes this soil with a big mouth. Now, it's often found in shokudo, meaning cafeteria. It's probably the most common one I've seen. Anyway, so if you can imagine, probably the most famous shokudo or cafeteria in storybooks is Harry Potter's one with all of the house tables and the magical stuff appearing everywhere. I'll imagine inside of that cafeteria we have a monster made of soil with a big mouth with a Viking hat on, and maybe he's like one of the new teachers at the school or something, Hagrid's buddy or something like that. You can just remember the Viking hat, big mouth, pile of talking soil in the cafeteria in Hogwarts. That should help. Okay, on to the next one. Alright, the next kanji is the kanji for voice. The onyomi reading is se, like seimei, to announce or something like that. Or sho, which seems to be a really rare reading, like it's like shoten, which is the accent marker of a pinyin, which is the romanized alphabet in Chinese. So I don't think you'll be seeing this one very often. The kunyon reading is koe. To draw it is samurai on top of what I can describe as sort of like a double flag. We call it a double flag. So imagine everyone's going into battle, yeah, and they're all singing with their loudest voices this war song. Maybe it's something like "We Will Rock You" or something. That'll work. Anyway, all these samurai are singing this song. The loudest samurai is a samurai who's waving around this sort of sword, waving around this flag, but it's like 2 flags thrown together. Maybe it's like red and white. And he's just waving around over his head, and he has the loudest voice. Just remember that, the loudest singing voice before the battle is a samurai waving the 2 flags above his head. Obviously, you got to try and remember that the flag is underneath the samurai, so potentially he's waving it around and then he drops the flag and starts dancing around on top of it like a bit of a loon. It does sound like a bit of a crazy guy. So say there. On to the next one. Next kanji is the kanji for carry or luck, transport, progress, or fate. The onyon reading is like unten, meaning driving, and the kunyon reading is the hako from hakobu, to carry. To draw it, it's fairly simple. Got our lid on our car on a water slide. So to carry something from one place to another, you pop the lid on the front of your car so it doesn't get all banged up, and then you slide that car down a water slide, taking it from one place to another. The other thing is you really need a lot of luck to make this work, otherwise you're going to cause some serious injuries. If you imagine setting this up on the street hoping not to hit anyone. However, if you do hit someone, you could say nga Wari. Inga wari. Bad luck. Lid on the front of your car. Down the water slide to carry. Hope you have some luck. On to the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for scribe, account, or narrative, or more simply just to write down. The onyomi reading is ki, like kyoku, like memory or recollection. Kunyomi reading is shirisu, to jot down or to scribe. To draw it, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. To remember it, if any of you have seen the Disney film Robin Hood, the king had an assistant named Hiss, who was a snake. This thing on the right here, like we've talked about before, kind of looks like a snake. So potentially your snake friend is the one who writes everything down for you. So you turn to Hiss and you say to Hiss, write this down, Hiss, jot this down, scribe this down, mate. And there you have it. On to the next one. And the last kanji we're going to look at today is the kanji for wash or cleanse. The onyomi reading is sen, like suisen, to rinse with water, which I'll show you how to draw in a minute. The kunyomi is arao, the ara from arao, to wash, to clean. Draw it pretty simple. Right on the left here is previous. It's also kind of found in sensei, which is, teacher. So if you can imagine, people have probably seen Breaking Bad before. Just try to remember that story, because he was originally a teacher and he used to work at the car wash, a second job to make money, make ends meet, because his family was very poor. Incredibly hardworking man before he became a incredible murdering criminal whose family hated him. Good story, good series. Get a bit sidetracked here. Anyway, he splashing around at the car wash as the teacher. He was washing things. The teacher was splashing around, washing things. And that's it for today. See you guys again tomorrow.